In the last 24 hours, major changes on the presidential campaign trail. Just moments ago, Ohio Governor John Kasich officially announced the suspension of his campaign. This following Donald Trump's big win in Indiana's Republican primary last night, which prompted Texas Senator Ted Cruz to bow out of the race as soon as the primary was called. Meanwhile, among Democrats, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders won in Indiana last night, pledging that he will defeat former Secretary Hillary Clinton. But as 47 ABC's Lili Zhang reports, catching up to Clinton may be easier said than done.
A big win for Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders on Tuesday, saying the race against opponent Hillary Clinton isn't over.
I think we can pull off one of the great political upsets in the history of the United States and in fact become the nominee for the Democratic Party.
But even with the Hoosier state victory, catching up for Sanders is a tall order in terms of delegate math. Dr. Michael O'Loughlin, a professor of political science at Salisbury University, says it's possible for Sanders, who currently trails Clinton in delegates. The problem moving forward, according to Dr. O'Loughlin, is that Democratic primaries are set up to be proportional, meaning unlike some Republican primaries, they're not winner take all.
So even in Indiana, right, where Sanders wins, he doesn't take all delegates. Clinton got a good percentage of the vote, and therefore she got a set of delegates as well.
While Sanders admits the path forward is narrow, it appears Clinton has turned her attention to Donald Trump, her presumptive opponent in the general election if she is the Democratic nominee.
We cannot allow ourselves to be divided against one another, to be set against one another, to have scapegoating and shaming and blaming and insulting.
Lili Zhang, 47 ABC.
Even with Kasich and Cruz suspending their campaigns, Trump will still face stiff competition this fall in a general election because of how demographics may play out. That's according to Professor O'Loughlin as well. He says recent voter demographics favor a Democratic candidate, whether that be Clinton or Sanders. The Pew Research Center predicts this election will be the most diverse in U.S. history, due largely to strong growth among Hispanic eligible voters. Professor O'Loughlin also notes a recent poll found that 73% of female voters have an unfavorable view of Trump.
This time around, once again, Trump has insulted women, generally speaking, and it's likely that that vote will tilt even more in favor of the Democrat. So in that respect, either Clinton or Sanders is going to be the odds-on favorite to win the election.
According to a new CNN ORC poll released today, Clinton now leads Trump 54 to 41% in support. That 13-point edge is Clinton's largest lead in such a poll since last July. Now, it's very much worth noting that hypothetical head-to-head general election polls like that one are notoriously bad at predicting winners because between now and November, anything can happen.